Hello, my name is Garcia Maynez. Welcome to another video of sociology on this project of Catharsis. Well, today we are going to make a review that what is the sociology of the cartoons. Well, the cartoons when we are on childhood represent these dreams that are generated on our minds and how these dreams comes true into our reality. So, this construction of the reality, it's part of understanding how much uh, we are doing for understanding what those the cartoon says. So um, when we are childs, we see the cartoons like it really exists, or we are giving this significant importance to the cartoons because we thought this is the way that we have to socialize with the external world. So um, cartoons represent this first part of our lives, and sometimes the TV can damage to a child because the child maybe is going to think that what he is looking at it's really truth. But obviously, when you start to grow and grow up, you will see that this doesn't really happen. So um, maybe you have in mind the classical cartoons that are appearing nowadays in the TV, and how these cartoons are having different relationships with other kind of cartoons, or inclusive with humans, or kind of this mix of points of view, or mix of ideas that the creators of cartoons want to transmit to the kids. But sometimes we can find out that there is too much violence in the cartoons, or there are inclusive cartoons that says bad words and all of this. But the public of these cartoons is going to change, and it's going to be seen by people that it's have more than 21 years old. So obviously we have cartoons that it's maybe cartoons for babies, or cartoons for kids that have around 5 and 6 years old. There's cartoons for kids that have 11 years. So when you start to grow up, when you have like near 12 years old, you stop seeing cartoons. You are starting to see another kind of television. So what the media is doing now is to having this orientation to what the public wants to see. So the media of the or the TV or the communication work like that, work in this case work for understanding a different reality of the kid, of what it's looking in his house. So maybe he when he start to get bored because their parents are busy making some other activities in their homes or something like that, the kid will start to get desperate by wanting to get out of his reality, to get out of the reality that maybe the parents are not too close to him, and he start to look the TV, and the TV starts to educate uh, this baby. So that's how the media and how the TV works since we were kids. So obviously the people like my grandparents that maybe doesn't have TV, doesn't have TV, maybe it's obviously that their lives were very different and the activities for and the entertainment activities were very different. But now you can see a kid playing with a tablet or playing um, video games or some or things like that, and you will notice that this kind of activity is maybe going to damage his brain because the sport that maybe he can practice like football, basketball, baseball, or I don't know, any kind of sport or any kind of idea or game that grandparents maybe played on the past. Maybe these new kids or these new generations are not doing these activities because they prefer to have a tablet, they prefer to have the technology for them getting out of a reality. But nowadays we can see that these points of view have been changed. So maybe um, there is it is not bad seeing if I if I give a tablet to my kid for then he have this entertainment had this entertainment has sorry my conjugation it's not working too well but um, I'm very sorry if I'm having mistakes on my English. I'm going to improve my English. Well, so understanding what the media is doing, it's like kind of controlling our kids, but kind obviously given goal to the people that are creating these tablets and these things. But maybe there is medical uh, employers that said that tablets is not too good for the kids, or maybe we can find a medical employer that maybe says that the tablets are very recommendable because the mind of the person that is playing the tablet it's going to be faster or something like that. And so um, this comment was because we were commenting how the cartoons and how our mind start to see our altered realities. But when we start to grow up, we can start to see that the reality that when we were kids, it's not the same. So we are getting started really worried because we are looking that the reality is very different like we saw on the TV. This is my first proposed. The second proposed is supported in the idea that inclusive cartoons exist. But when I'm telling you that cartoon exists, it's not like we can see him walking in our reality or we can shake their hands. So uh, unless you are in like no having unless you are having mental health problem or you have an outer reality, you can shake the hand of a cartoon in real life, but maybe it can be possible. I don't know for someone's. So What I'm telling you here is that somebody draw a character, draw a cartoon that reflected on his mind, reflected on his on his way of thinking. So when this information came to his brain, he started to transmit it in a paper, and they make a sequence of cartoons for then creating this movement that we can see on the TV. So finally, the result of the cartoons are these, are drawings and are things that we are uh, looking or that we want to explain. So concluding this idea of how I see the sociology of the cartoons and how the cartoons have been given a sense or given um, like an hologram or like something that we can transmit to the world, transmit emotions, transmit feelings, or to give the hand to the past. Well, cartoons work like or have that function. So thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, visit my website, and have a nice day.